Yeah, I know. Actually, we had talked about that, and I haven't planned anything, but I really would be happy to do that. Um, what time would you like something like that in addition to the other practices, or
It's up to you. I mean, like if anyone is interested, then one of the class we can do that meditation. Most of the time, I really prefer on the mornings.
uh-huh.
Uh, Whatever it is convenient for you, I'm okay with the evenings. But like one of the class, because what is going on currently with everyone, like it may help lot of things.
Yeah. Yeah. What time do you typically start work, or have to be at your desk in the morning, Shanti?
Uh, I'm okay with the mornings when I'm not on call. I mean, like I'll try to manage, but sometimes I'll get a call early in the morning during those 2 weeks.
So you have more flexibility in the morning then.
In the
In
mornings,
the morning.
for 2 weeks, I'm more flexible, but 2 more weeks, I cannot give guarantee that I will be available.
Yeah, let me think about that, and I'll definitely let you know. I don't have anything planned, but I'd love to do that, and I just need to kind of put something together and see. It may not be for a full hour. It could just be, a 30-minute type of um, practice, but I think that's a wonderful idea, and I know I don't even do enough myself, um, so it would probably be good for me to,
You're breaking.
to sort of bring something a little bit more structured together. So let me do some thinking about that. Thank you for bringing it up. Hello, Vicky.
Hello.
Hello. Great. Hi, Namita.
Hi. Hello there. How are you?
Hello. I'm good. I'm good. Start this over. Wonderful. Well, we're all here. I had one more, but she got called into her work at the last minute and had to take a shift. So it will be all of us. And so let me see here. So I wanted to give you just a really quick little demonstration of a move that we haven't done before. And I'm going to hopefully move through a sequence that'll involve both uh, all three of the major sun salutations through practice today. That's typically what vinyasa is about. It's about moving, and it's about doing a lot of the salutation flows. So the one that we really haven't done very much is sun salutation C. So sun sal A we do quite frequently. It's pretty basic. Sun sal B is the one that involves the chair pose and warrior one. And then sun salutation C involves Anjaneyasana, which is that low crescent lunge, but it has kind of a different move. And nobody's testing us here, so if you decide to take an alternate move, it's no big deal. But I did want to show you that each of these sun salutations has its own, sort of has its own little distinctive qualities. In sun salutation C, we're going to do something called Ashtanga Namaskara. So Ashtanga Namaskara, or it's sometimes called Ashtanga Pranam, but Ashtanga Namaskara is a move where it's a lot like the Chaturanga, and you're moving downward from a plank position. So you're in a plank, but instead of lowering the entire body at once in your plank and then coming all the way down, hovering, Ashtanga Pranam, or Ashtanga Namaskara, it's a little hard to say. Ashtanga from Sun Salutation C, we'll come into the plank. And then what you do is you drop your knees and you're lowering the chest and the chin at the same time. So you're keeping the booty up in the air, which is a little strange. It feels a little strange to me when I do it. But you're lowering, so you're gonna go knees, chest, chin, and then you slide through to your cobra. So when I cue you for that, and I say knees, chest, chin, you'll know what we're meant to do. It's kind of a little slithering motion, and it's not really easier or harder than chaturanga, but that's the distinctive movement that's incorporated in Sun Salutation C. And if it doesn't work for you and it feels weird, you know, you can always just lower yourself any old way that you want to get down there into cobra. You know, not to sound like a broken record, but anytime we're moving through these vinyasa flows, always feel free. I don't feel like I need to, you know, tell you this every single time now, but I always want you to feel free to drop the knees and take your chaturanga with the knees lowered. The important part is to build that upper body strength. So using the upper body strength, using the triceps, using your core to stabilize as you go down, that's what you want to build. And so eventually you'll be able to move into that full four-limb staff pose with more strength and control. But it's much more important that you build up to that, and especially if you're tired. I mean, if you're fatigued, especially at the end of class, and you just don't have another chaturanga in you, I'd much rather you lower the knees, come down in a softer manner, than to try to muscle through it, hurt your shoulders, you know, anything like that. So just wanted to give you a little background on that movement for this evening. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to actually start standing up, and I'm going to get my music started so we can get warmed up and ready to go. All right, beginning at the front of the mat. Let's take a moment and just rock back and forth on the feet. Feel the four corners of your feet. The base of the big toe, the base of the outer toes, and the inner and outer heel. See if you can come to a point where you feel equally weighted on all four corners. Bring your awareness to the arches of the feet and see if you can draw those arches upward. Slightly roll the inner thighs together and feel the energy begin to draw up the legs into the core. Zip up through the belly. Slightly lift the heart and chest. Allow the arms to just fall by the side. Fingers reaching down. Make sure that you have plenty of space and your neck moves with ease, so your shoulders are not gripping up, but they're rather pressing down. Take a breath in. Close your eyes. And just feel your strong presence in this unmovable mountain Tadasana pose. Feel your breath and know that this breath is going to be your friend throughout the practice. This breath and your movements will carry you through in a beautiful ballet of synchronous form and movement. If you're breath becomes too short and you can't flow that breath easily, then slow down, take a rest, move into child's pose or whatever resting or easeful movement you can give yourself. Close your eyes and allow the thoughts of the day to just dwindle away. Continue feeling that strong mountain body. Imagine yourself on top of a mountain. Imagine the wind blowing, but you're so firmly rooted down through those feet that nothing or no one can knock you over. Take 3 more breaths here. Open your eyes. Begin to draw your arms out to the side. Lift them up and overhead. Reach your fingers up, lift through the shoulder blades. Deep breath in, slight, very slight back bend. Exhale, upward facing hands. Inhale, once again, reach up a little bit higher. Exhale and slowly forward fold, gently coming over your toes, keeping the knees as soft as you like. Allow the head to fall down, feel nice and heavy. Drip all of the tension of the day right out of the crown of your head. Inhale. Exhale and release. Inhale, come all the way up, arms reaching overhead. Exhale, bring the hands down by the side. Bring your arms forward and come up, rising up off of your heels, balancing on your toes. Hold yourself steady. Feel your balance. Exhale, bring the heels down. Inhale, once again, arms up and overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lifting up halfway this time, lengthening through the spine. Exhale and fold. Step back to a downward facing dog. Pay attention now to rooting down through the hands, especially in the thumb and the forefinger, rooting down through the base of that hand, but feeling the energy also coming up through the outside of the pinkies. Draw the palms slightly up, feeling that warmth and energy rising up through the middle part of your arm, all the way up into the upper back. Press your sits bones right up to the ceiling. Thighs are pressing back toward the mat. Lift up your heels, lift your hips a little bit higher. Exhale, lower the hips down. Let's pedal our feet just a little bit, warming up the toes and the ankles. Just alternating, knees soft, pedaling forward and back. Inhale, come forward, drop the knees down, and press back to extended child. Feel the length through the spine, all the way to the crown of the head. Allow your tailbone to just drip down toward the earth. Perhaps set an intention for your practice today. Inhaling, knowing that you're going to use that breath to carry you through. Inhale, come forward, come to hands and knees. Drop the belly down, come into a tabletop and then into a cow tilt. Exhale into cat stretch. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Inhale to a neutral spine. Lift your knees off the mat. Press back to downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Shavasana. Walk your feet forward to the front of the mat. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, come into your half lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, lifting up, rise all the way, arms up and overhead. Exhale, bring your hands down to the heart, taking a moment here to reinforce your intention for your practice. Take 3 breaths here, feeling those mountain legs once again. Inhaling in our practice this evening, drawing energy in, exhaling, grounding and rooting. One more breath. The arms up as we start to move through Sun Salutation A, reaching the fingers up, overhead. Exhale into a slight back bend. Upward facing hands. Exhale, cascade, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and fold. Step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Draw your right foot forward between your hands for a low runner's lunge. Left leg comes forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, lifting all the way up, arms overhead. Exhale and fold. I'm going to pull my hair back. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and fold. Step your right foot back to your runner's lunge. Left foot back to plank. Lower the body, Chaturanga Dandasana, 4-limb staff pose, coming in all the way down. Inhale, press the chest forward into Cobra. Exhale, release down. Inhale, press up to plank and back to downward facing dog. Bring your right foot forward between the hands. Left foot forward, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rising all the way up, arms up and overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale and fold. Step your left foot back to your runner's lunge. Sorry, my hair is all over the place. I gotta pull it back. Runner's lunge. Right foot back to plank. Lower the body slowly with control all the way down. Inhale, Cobra. Exhale and lower. Inhale, press up to plank and back to downward facing dog. Walk the feet forward, coming to the front of the mat. Inhale. Inhale as you come forward, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and fold. Inhale, press all the way up, root down through those mountain feet each time you rise. Lengthen up through the fingertips. Exhale, slight back bend. Inhale, upward facing hands. Exhale, hands come down to the side. Step back with your left leg into a wide leg stance, pivoting on the feet and coming into parallel feet with wide legs. Open the arms wide, 5-point star. Lift the chest, breathe and feel those lines of energy going in opposite directions. Hands come to the waist, pivot on your feet, heels come in, toes come out. Bend your knees, coming into goddess. Inhale, arms come up, legs straighten. Exhale, goddess squat. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, squat. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, squat. One more time, inhale, straighten. Pivot on the feet, parallel the feet once again. Root down through the outer sides of those feet. Draw your energy up through the core. Exhale, start to slowly bend forward with control, nice flat back. When you come to that flat back, you can begin to slide your hands down, bring them down to the mat or to blocks. Coming all the way into Prasrita Padottanasana, wide leg forward fold. When you arrive in your fold, lift up to fingertips, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, once again, fold. Left hand comes down, center mat. Right arm sweeps out, coming into your twist. Exhale, both hands down. Inhale, left arm sweeps up and out. Rotate your heart to the left, come into your twist. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, down. Inhale, rotate to the left. Exhale, down. One more time. Find some grace and beauty. Use your breath. Synchronize those inhalations and exhalations with the motion. Last time down. Inhale, we're going to bring the hands to the waist. With control, use that leg strength to come all the way back up. Arms come out again. Pivot on the front right foot. Bring that left arm around and step to the front of the mat. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Hands come down by the side. Step with your right leg back. Wide leg stance once again. Pivot on the feet, come into 5-point star with parallel feet. Lift here. Once again, feel that energy going north and south and east and west. Open your heart. Breathe. Pivot on the feet once again. Heels come in, toes come out. Knees come over as you bend. Arms straighten. Inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, goddess squat. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, goddess squat. Inhale, arms come back up, straighten the legs. Pivot the feet, come into your wide leg stance. Hands come to waist. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, with control, bend forward, coming into your wide leg fold once again. Reaching down, eventually bringing the hands down. All the way into your fold. Release the neck fully. When you arrive in your fold, inhale, straighten the spine, exhale into your fold. Once again, this time we're going to walk the hands over to the right foot. Both hands are going to come in front of that foot as you get a little stretch through the body. And then walk the hands over toward the left foot. Just getting a nice side stretch through the body here. Walk the hands back to the center. Bring the hands to the waist. Inhale, lift all the way back up. Back to your 5-point star. Pivot on the left foot. It's pointed toward the front of the mat. And step forward once again. Inhale, draw the arms up and overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, and fold. Step back, downward facing dog. Just take a moment here in this down dog. Now feel the lengthen stretch through the spine. Once again, plant your hands, feel the energy coming up through the sides of the arms, and spread your shoulder blades wide. Inhale, come forward, drop to your knees. Press back to extended child, but keep your elbows up off of the mat. Just tent your hands, feel your hands gripping, reaching down. Keep the elbows and armpits up. Inhale, rock forward, press back, downward facing dog. Walk forward to the front of the mat. Again, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, lifting up halfway. Exhale, and fold. Inhale, coming all the way up. Arms overhead. Exhale, slight back bend. Upward facing hands. And then hands by the side. Plant your feet, feel those mountain legs root down once again. Revisit your intention for your practice today. Let that breath soothe you, carry you through. All right, we're going to lift the arms up, moving into Sun Salutation B. Reaching up with upward facing hands. And then we're going to sit back in our chair pose, Utkatasana. Booty reaches back. Neck is nice and neutral, but back is lengthened and strong. Hold your core in. Feel your ribs knitted together as you find strength, gripping in the inner thighs. A lot going on here in chair pose. And then we'll bring the hands to the heart and go ahead and fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale and fold. Step back with your right foot. Plant your right heel. Bending your left knee. Carry your weight over the left knee. As you use your core strength, then rise up to Warrior One, Virabhadrasana One. Grasp your elbows with the opposing hands. Lift up and see if you can find a little space in that upper back. Breathe here. Reach the arms back up. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Left leg slides back. Come to plank. And then we'll lower the body. Four-limb staff pose, Chaturanga Dandasana. Your version, hovering if you can. Building strength. And then pressing up into a beautiful cobra. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, press up to plank and back to downward facing dog. Bring your toes together to touch. This time we're going to lift the right leg up and sweep that right leg through to the front of the mat. Or you can take it in steps. Get it up there any way that works. Drop the heel of the left foot. Center your weight over your front right quad. Feel that core strength lift you up, coming into warrior one on the other side. Arms reaching up. Feel the strength of that back leg. We worked on this on Sunday, so come into that really nice form once again. Grasp those elbows, lift the shoulders up, make sure your neck feels nice and loose. Not doing anything to strain the neck here in warrior one. And then release the hands. Hands come back down to the mat. Slide the right knee back, coming into plank. You know where we're going. Chaturanga Dandasana, lowering down. Slithering forward into your cobra. Sweet back bend, chest is lifted. Exhale, release down. Inhale, press up to plank, and then back to downward facing dog. Walk the feet forward, coming to the front of the mat. Uttanasana. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, and fold. This time we're going to soften the knees. You're going to lift up and go immediately into your chair pose once again. Fierce, strong Utkatasana. Lifting the chest. Staying strong. One more breath. And then straighten the knees. Lift the arms all the way up. Release the hands by the side. Once again, plant those feet. Root down. Go back to the top of your mountain. And stay strong here in Tadasana. One additional breath here. Feeling warmer now? I know I am. All right, we're gonna raise the arms up, flowing down again. Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Bring the crown of the head forward, lengthen, and then hinge from your hips. Back down to your forward fold. Step back to downward facing dog. All right, from our down dog, we're going to bring our right leg forward. Look up there any way you can into a low runner's lunge. Always using those blocks for these lunges anytime you need. Lift up through the back of the left thigh. Use your core strength here and lift up to fingertips. See if you can maybe even hover your hands over the mat. Hands come back down to lightly support. Place your left hand or palm down, and we're going to lift the right arm out to the side. Rotate the heart and come into your lunging twist. Lift up through that back left leg. Feel that support. Exhale, sweep that right hand back down, plant it. Drop the knee on the left side and uncurl the toe. Inhale, use your core strength to lift up, Anjaneyasana, low crescent lunge. Exhale, slight back bend. Upward facing hands. Exhale, bring the hands back down to the mat. We're going to walk the hands and or the blocks backward, straightening the front right leg. See if you can level those hips by bringing the right hip back and left hip forward. Breathe here in Hanumanasana, half splits. Lift up to fingertips, lengthen through the spine, and then exhale, fold over that front right leg. Foot is flexed if you can. Inhale, come up, walk the fingers back up to the front. We're going to curl the left toes, lift that left leg back up, coming into our low lunge. And then we're going to slide that left foot forward, planting the foot all the way down. So you're bringing the foot forward so your stance is not quite as long as it was. Then straightening the front right leg again. Feeling free, in fact, probably a great idea to use the blocks here as we come into pyramid pose. Lengthen through the spine as you come into pyramid. Press back through the right hip. Left hip comes forward. We'll pause here so we can really marinate in this pose for just a second. And then from here, we're going to slide the blocks forward. So you're going to bring the blocks with your hands forward of your front right foot. And then you're going to soften the front right knee, shift your weight forward, and lift the left leg up off of the mat for supported warrior three. Exhale, bring that left foot down. Lift up halfway. Exhale and fold. Inhale, press all the way up, root down through those feet, inner thighs pressing together for strength. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale and fold. My kitty cat is totally oblivious to this practice tonight. Step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward, come down to your knees. Press back to that active child's pose again, where we keep the elbows and the armpits lifted. Just take a breath here, breathe into your lower back, giving the legs a little break. And rock forward, come back to downward facing dog. This time we're going to slide the left foot forward between the hands. Again, 2-step, 3-step process is always fine. You can drop down to table, do whatever you need to do to set up properly. And then lift up through that back right thigh this time. Come up to fingertips. Feel your strength and support coming through that center channel. See if you can hover those hands once again. Your weight is stabilized between the front and the back leg. And then hands come back down to the mat. Plant your right hand on the mat or the block. Left arm comes out to the left as you rotate the heart first, and then the arm follows into your lunging twist. Nice breath here. Enjoy this twist. Bringing out all those toxins from the body. Exhale, the left hand comes back down. Drop the right knee, uncurl the right toes. Lift up, coming into your Anjaneyasana, low crescent lunge. This time, exhaling, coming into goddess arms as you create a little back bend. Keep your strength and stability. Chest is lifted. Inhale, upward facing hands. Exhale, bring those hands back down to the mat or blocks. Straighten the left leg, walk the hands backward. Lift up through the heart, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and fold over your front left leg. Nice deep breaths here. Releasing all that tension down through the left leg. Right T-band. Ooh, getting a really nice stretch here. And we'll walk the hands forward again. Come back into your low runner's lunge. Lift up through the left leg. Slide that, right leg. Slide the right leg forward. Plant the foot. And then use your blocks once again to straighten and lengthen through the spine, coming into pyramid. Take a moment here for the adjustment as you draw the right hip forward, left hip back. Your legs should be on train tracks here, not on a tightrope. So make sure you've got space in order not to make the pelvis uncomfortable. Breathe here in pyramid. We'll slide those blocks forward of the left foot. Bend the left knee so that you can shift your weight forward, and if you can, lift that right leg up off of the mat, coming into supported warrior 3. Right foot comes down next to the left. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and fold. Inhale, press all the way up. Arms overhead. Exhale, hands back down by the side. Root down through those mountain feet. Once again, become solid as a rock. Inhaling your strength, your energy. Releasing out your tension. Now we're going to be moving into that sun salutation C. We're going to draw the arms up and overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale and fold. This time we're going to step back with the right foot and immediately drop the knee down into Anjaneyasana. So you've got that nice long line here with the right hip flexor. Left knee is bent. Lift up. Arms come overhead once again, just like we did in the earlier sequence. Take a moment here and draw your belly slightly to the left. Just slightly to the left. Bringing your hands down to the heart. Into a little light, little baby twist here. And if you feel that you have the space and you want to try this, you can bring the right elbow on top of the left thigh, coming into a full twist in Anjaneyasana. Breathe here. Inhale, come back to center. Draw the arms up. Inhale. Exhale, hands down to the mat. All right, we're going to lift up with the right knee, draw the left foot back, come into our plank, and here's where we're going to go into that Ashtanga Namaskara. So we'll drop knees and then chest, chin together and slither through, coming into Cobra. Exhale, press back to downward facing dog. Draw the right leg up. Slide that right leg through, coming into low runners, into Anjaneyasana on this side. So your left leg is extended back. Lifting up. Breathe, lift the heart. Exhale. Bring your hands back down to your heart. Once again, see if you can take this a little or a lot. You may just shift slightly toward the right. Or you may want to try taking that left elbow all the way to the top of the right thigh, coming into your full twist. If you do, breathe, go gently and slowly. Inhale, come back to center. Draw the arms straight up. Exhale, hands come back down to the mat. Press back to plank. And then we'll drop down again. Knees, chest, chin, Ashtanga Namaskara. Slithering through, pushing up into your cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Walk the feet forward. 1, 2, 3, Uttanasana. Inhale, lifting up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root down through those mountain feet, lift up, reach for the stars. Exhale, hands by your side. Take a breath here. Inhale. Inhale, draw the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift. Exhale, lengthen and fold. Step back, downward facing dog. Walk the hands back to the back of the mat and come into Uttanasana at the back of your mat this time. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, forward fold. Walk your hands up your thighs, coming into a standing position at the back of your mat. We're going to bring our weight and support into the left leg. Lifting the right leg up, your knee is pressed toward the right, your foot is laterally pressed toward the left, so you have the foot at an angle. We're going to bring the left arm around the front of the belly, right arm comes over like a ballerina, and then we're going to switch the arms. Switch the arms. Switch the arms, dancing Shiva. Switch the arms. One more time, switch, whoop, drop my own balance there, and come back. Right leg comes down, take a breath. Just getting a little balance work here. Bring your weight into the right leg this time. Left leg lifts up, knee presses toward the left, foot presses toward the right. Right arm comes in front of the belly, left arm comes over the head. Inhale and switch, 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 switch. Be as graceful as you can. Switch and switch. Left leg comes down. Both arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Walk the hands forward once again. Come back to downward facing dog. Inhale, drop the knees down. Press back to that active extended child. An additional breath here, all the way down the back. Release it out. Inhale, come forward. Lower the body all the way down. Bring the hands forward. Elbows come underneath the shoulders. Press the shoulders back, lift the heart. Press down through the tops of the feet, the pubic bone, and really lengthen through the spine as you come into Sphinx pose. Make sure your neck is nice and soft. Your gaze is about 2 feet in front of your mat. Lift your chest. Breathe. 5 breaths here. 2 more. One more. Release down. Bring the hands back up. Press up and back, this time into a full child's pose. Allow the arms to come all the way around the back of the body. Release all the way down. You can open your knees wide and just let your torso hang down between the knees. Let everything go. Still moving with your breath, still in sync. Using that meditative quality to calm the mind even as you're working hard. All right, draw the hands forward. Come on to your seat. Let's go ahead and extend the legs down the mat. I'm going to do a couple of twists to end practice tonight. We did quite enough moving up and down, So we're going to stay on the mat for the rest. Let's take the left leg up, and we're going to bring that left foot right up into next to the left hip. So it's right in front, maybe slightly to the outside of that hip. Ground down through your seat. Draw up so that you're really lengthening through the spine. And then take your right arm around that left leg. Left hand is going to come right to the small of the back. Inhale, find length, open up the back and the vertebra, and then begin your twist to the left. Moving slowly into this twist. Moving the belly, and thinking about moving from the inside out. So moving those organs and giving them a chance to reposition first. 2 more breaths here. Come back around to the center. Bring the left foot down, and we'll bring up the right foot now for sage pose on the other side. So lengthen up first, get your sits bones grounded down into the mat. Left arm wraps around that right knee, right arm comes behind the body. Lift up first, and then start to shift your belly from the inside out around to the right. Only bringing the shoulders and neck when you feel like you have the torso well on its way. Breathe here. Allow the body to reshape itself. You're throwing it into a whole different shape here, so you need to make sure that the breath helps to calm you and ensure that everything is good. One more breath. Alright, come back around to the front. Both legs are going to come down the mat. Let's draw the arms up and overhead. Lift up out of your arms. Reach forward toward your feet, ankle, or shins, coming into Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. Inhale, feel that lower back in a nice stretch, but make sure you're holding that back as flat as you can. You're not trying to muscle into this, you're trying to feel the heart being pulled forward. Shoulders are loose and away from the ears. Inhaling, and now feeling that rooting sensation all the way down the back of the legs. Connecting to your mat once again. Inhale, gently rise back up. Let's go ahead and roll all the way down. Drawing both knees into the chest, come into Uttanasana. Breathe into your lower back. And release. Bring your feet down, walk your feet to the outer edges of the mat. Arms are going to come into a T off the shoulder. Drop both knees over to the left. Release through that right thigh, the outer right hip. Let your shoulders become nice and heavy. And perhaps coax your right ear toward the earth. Feel the release into the right lung. The spleen. Stay with your breath. If those thoughts want to come back into your head, try to keep them at bay for just a little while longer. Stay mindfully with your breath and just paying attention to the sensations that you feel. This is where our body has so much to show us and tell us. If we just stay quiet and listen, so much we can learn. Inhale, draw the head back to neutral. Bring the knees back up. Keeping the feet on the outer edges of the mat, drop both knees over to the right. Slowly just let them fall down to wherever they naturally fall. And then coax your left ear toward the mat. Soften through your right shoulder. Let your hands be nice and soft. I'm feeling the lift in the left side lung and more toward the heart side of the body. Imagine all the space you created around your heart tonight through that breath. Feel that warm, loving energy all the way around your body. Draw your head back to neutral. Bring your knees back up. And we're going to go ahead and extend the legs all the way down. Bring the hands wherever you like. Set up for your Shavasana. And we'll take these next 5 minutes or so and simply release and relax. Helps to do a little body scan, so perhaps start with the feet. Imagine your feet just becoming loose and relaxed. Feet and ankles. Muscles of your shins. Release any tension in the knees. Let your legs just melt down into the mat. Drop the stomach down into the pelvic bowl. Soften as much as you can through the shoulders and neck. Feel your breath easily moving in and out. Simply melt and release. breath in. Draw that breath all the way down into the belly. Fill the belly up. Fill the lungs up. Hold it there. And let it release all the way out. And just circle your wrists. Wiggle your toes, ankles. Slide your feet back, bend the knees, and draw the knees back into the chest. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock back and forth if that feels good. And however you want to get there, we'll all transition back to a seated mat. Let's lift our energy up, drawing our palms toward the sky heavens. Lightly bring your palms together and then draw them down to the heart center in Anjali Mudra, bowing to the spirit within. The light in me is honored and grateful for the light within you all. Thank you so much for practicing this evening. Namaste.